going on, everybody? Welcome back to High School Never Ends, a pop punk dad podcast. I am Wingman Steve.
And I'm Chris183. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again with another episode in our series 2023, A Look Back. Today, Wingman Steve, we are going to dive headfirst into an artist and an album that probably not a lot of people would have guessed for an episode of High School Never Ends.
Maybe not.
Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
We got to keep them on their toes.
Yeah, we certainly do. And this certainly keeps me on my toes too, because some of this was easier to digest. Some of it was a little bit uncomfortable. Other stuff I couldn't relate to, and even more stuff I kind of dug. So we'll see, right? But yeah, just to kind of rip that Band-Aid off, we're going to talk about the album Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. This is an artist that has been around for a number of years now. I don't have the history. Actually, Wingman
like 2 years.
Steve. Yeah, you have the information. So why don't you talk now about Olivia Rodrigo?
Well, before we get into her, I'm just curious. So we were talking about what albums came out in 2023 and what we were going to do. Obviously, you know, Olivia Rodrigo is not particularly pop punk. Now, we were just chatting about it, and so I kind of feel like she toes this like line that like Avril did back in the day. This like mix of pop that has a little bit of edge and a little bit of pop punk to it. So we thought that it would be good to just give it a shot, see what's up to it. And I know the name Olivia Rodrigo, but I don't think that I've heard any of her music until like my daughter wanted to listen to some of her songs. Do you have any experience with her at all? You've got kids, obviously.
Yeah. I was in the car probably about, I don't know, 2 years ago when my one daughter says, "Hey, let's play this song." So we played it. I think it was the one about a driver's license or something.
Yep, that was her first song.
And yeah, they're dropping F-bombs, right?
She's a little edgy. She's quite edgy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it was a nice song. It didn't feel like that was going to happen, and then it just did. And so, obviously, I'm a grown man. I've heard that kind of talk before. Sometimes on the show, some people partake in that, of course. But I wasn't expecting it from this particular artist. But other than that, yeah, I mean, you know, I got two girls. Obviously, I'm going to have a knowledge of Olivia Rodrigo, and also my wife listens to Top 40 radio mostly. So when I get in the car and forget to change the station over to something I want to listen to, usually something pops up, either Taylor Swift or Olivia Rodrigo these days.
Those are the two on the main playlist for my daughter as well. And the first time that I heard her music, I don't think I knew that it was her music, because my daughter went through this like phase where she really liked Kids Bop, you know, where the kids re-sing the popular songs and they take the curses out. So I think I knew I knew Driver's License, Deja Vu, and Good For You, but I never even knew who it was. I just knew these Kids Bop versions of these songs. So now, and then like out of nowhere, a few weeks ago, she asked me to play this song, Get Him Back, right? That's on this album. And so that song I've heard many, many, many times. I never really had the desire specifically to go and see what else is there. But again, we thought kind of for the purpose of 2023 look back, do something a little different, maybe somewhat, is it somewhat pop punk adjacent? Do you see my connection between her and maybe like an Avril?
Like there's just a glimpse of it, maybe once or twice. Otherwise, no, I don't see it, but it's there here and there. I pick it up on a couple songs. How does Kids Bop tackle the term fame fucker? Like how do they get around that?
I don't know. They probably just change it to like Firecracker or something like that. I don't know that I've heard Vampire on the kids, because my daughter is now off of the Kids Bop. She's on strictly Taylor Swift and now some Olivia Rodrigo. So I don't know exactly, but they probably changed it to some similar, some word that's not a bad word.
Yeah, what's similar to that? I mean, can you think of something? Because I can't.
I mean, truck driver. Does it have to rhyme?
Firecracker.
Firecracker.
Does that? Nah. I mean, that's a good shot, I guess. Truck driver off the top of your head. Actually, if they did that, I would love it. I would love
Or
it.
you could just say fame lover. They probably just say that, fame lover.
Fame lover.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's got a similar vibe. It's got a similar meaning to it. It conveys the same thing.
It's embarrassing, but okay.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that one. But so I did a little bit of research on Olivia Rodrigo. So do you know how old she is?
Okay, well, I'm going to take a guess, if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
Looking at her picture on the cover of the album, she's much younger than me. Much younger. I am going to guess 23.
She's only 20 right now.
20.
So, yeah, one of these songs she writes about her 19th birthday. We'll get to that one. She's only 20, and she started off as like one of the Disney stars. So like a lot of these pop stars, you know, your Britneys and your Justin Timberlakes, she started off on some Disney shows. I know she was in like the High School Musical 3 movie, but then she, you know, went out on her own and decided to put together an album. And so her first record was called Sour, and that came out 2 years ago. It came out in 2021, and she won 3 Grammys for that record. So she won Best Pop Vocal Album, Best Pop Solo Song for Driver's License, and Best New Artist. So that's kind of like her background. Started as a Disney kid, and was Miley Cyrus a Disney kid? Yeah, I think she was too. So she was
Hannah Montana.
Oh yeah, there you go. Is that Nickelodeon? I forget.
Hannah Montana was it Nickelodeon?
It might have been.
Or was that Disney? I cannot remember.
Obviously,
I should know this.
It's out of our age range. It's out of our like demographic range anyway.
Well, no. My daughter grew up watching Hannah Montana. Like it was on all the time.
Okay.
It was on all the time. Maybe I blocked it out of my memory. Maybe because we had a stand-up cardboard, a life-size cardboard cutout of Hannah Montana at one point in time.
Interesting.
When I say we, I don't mean we. I mean she did. I did not.
You didn't borrow it and hang out with it and talk to it or anything?
No, that's weird, man. Why would I do that?
That would be weird. I just wanted to make sure.
That's weird. But now I'm looking up. I just want to look up something because you said Disney. I'm super interested. Like, what was she in other than High School Musical? It says, Bizarrevark. She was on Bizarrevark.
Are you familiar with that one?
Kind of. It was like the show that my kids really didn't want to watch. And you know who else was on Bizarrevark?
Who's that?
Jake Paul.
Oh, the wrestler guy? The YouTube
Jake
guy?
Paul. Not Logan Paul. Jake Paul, the boxer.
Okay. I don't know the two of them. I don't follow.
Jake's he's more of like the MMA/boxer guy. Logan Paul's the guy that has the podcast and has a loud mouth and does wrestling, WWE.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So what a show, huh?
Yeah, that Bizarrevark. That sounds like a good one that I'm not going to check out. But
check it out.
I did check out Guts, this album we're talking about. Guts in all capital letters. It came out this year, September 8th. It was she's got a record deal with Geffen. Someone named Dan Nigro is the producer, and it's about growing pains and figuring out Olivia Rodrigo's identity at this point in her life. And I would say on first glance at this record, there's something that I don't like, Chris.
What's that?
I don't like that all the songs are in lowercase. I don't like that. Proper names need a capital at the front of at the first letter should be capitalized in.
That's
song
what bothers
titles.
you. That's what bothers you the most.
I didn't say the most, but it's something that bothers me. I think Machine Gun Kelly did the same thing. Maybe it's just like this generation. Although he's old, he's like 40. But I don't know. I don't dig that. And I can't be hypocritical. Blink-182, all theirs were in uppercase, which I also don't like. Can't these people just put out just properly named like grammatical like proper titles?
Don't you think all uppercase though is more acceptable, more funny?
No, I don't. I think it's the same.
If I texted you in all uppercase all the time, I feel like you would get a kick out of that. I feel like you would like that.
Well, text is different than like than song titles, because text in all uppercase is like yelling. That's screaming.
It's like you're yelling like, "Hi, how are you?" Like that's how it would be.
Yeah, calm down.
What?
You don't need to yell at me through text.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't really know if I was yelling at you if I was just using all text, or maybe I clipped the caps lock. I mean, you just don't know.
We're grown-ups. We can deal with proper grammar.
So you can't tolerate.
She's not a grown-up though.
Yeah, she's not. Well, 20 years old is pretty much an adult, so it kind of is. Kind of is.
Yeah, but how much living? I guess. Well, she's probably done a lot of living. She was in the spotlight for her whole for her teens, and she's got an interesting life. Now she's this huge star. There are books written about her. She's on the talk shows and she's doing tours. She's pretty much everywhere. She just did SNL recently.
Super successful. Yeah, she's successful, making money, making music. Obviously, that's something that a lot of people would love to be doing, that she's doing currently. And ultimately, like she's making pop music in 2023, and pop music in 2023 is very unique in a lot of ways. It's an amalgamation of a lot of different things. Obviously, depending on the artists themselves, but you'll see that if you listen to this album, it does have a mix of a lot of different sounds, a lot of different techniques, some creative ways of bending music and just kind of producing things a little bit different. I like that. I like that a lot. It's not straightforward, just bubblegum pop, and I give her credit for it. So I'm behind that.
She's got some edge.
She does. Yeah, she does. For the most part, like it depends on the song. But overall, she's successful. And I don't necessarily think that you listen to her sing, like she has a really good voice. She's a great singer, much better than me at this point, until I practice and get better, which that'll happen someday. But for right now, she is a good singer, but her delivery, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's anything like super, I don't want to say special is the wrong word, but just unique or different, or it has like, you keep saying edge. I don't think her lyrical delivery or singing voice has an edge. I think it's everything around it that causes it to have an edge, which is okay. I don't know if you feel differently.
Yeah, I guess I feel similarly. I do think she's got a good voice. I like the different ways that she does her like vocal stylings. She can go up high. She does this kind of speak talking stuff, which is interesting in some of the songs. She's doing a bunch of ballads. I think overall it's an interesting album, and I don't dislike her. I think she's talented.
What else is interesting is there is no way that I could listen to this album in public for the most part if this stuff is not mixed with a guy that's of my age. It doesn't make sense for me to listen to this in front of anybody at all. And so I won't be doing that, but I could enjoy it on my AirPods at home if I really wanted to.
You didn't get the vinyl?
This one I did not. No, even though it was available, there was a purple vinyl or something. A purple vinyl, I think, or a special pink one. Not sure. But it was there. Cool.
Did you listen to that artist? Her name is Lolo.
Did I listen to Lolo? Yeah, I think I listened to Lolo.
I feel like there's some similarities. She might be a couple years older, but and she leans more into the punk, but she definitely has some of this pop element too. I feel like they're kind of in the same vein.
Why do you think? And we'll get into the album here in just a second, but why do you think why is there an attraction to this music? Like, why do you think your daughter or, teens or early 20s, like what is the attraction to what Olivia Rodrigo does that people love so much?
I think that if you're a teen or a young adult, especially a female, that a lot of the stuff that she's singing about, you can probably relate to. And it's in this, popular type of sound. It's pop music. Again, I'll say edgy because she like curses a lot, and she's starting to talk about her like relationships and stuff like that. So not something that you and I really relate to, but I feel like the and my daughter certainly can't relate to this stuff. I think she just likes female singers and she likes the faster music. But other than that, yeah, I feel like there is a generation of people that can certainly relate to this.
Yep. Yes, sir. And I did have to find the clean version of this to play in the car when I listened to it. So just an FYI, which I'm sure you did too.
Yeah, I've let a few of them slide, but I don't think I've gotten it too bad. I did play All American Bitch today.
Interesting. Well, does she say that in the lyrics? I think she does, right?
She does. Not in the first chorus, but in the, I think, second and third ones, she does. I actually like that. We're going to get into that song. I liked it. At first, she just says, I'm a perfect All-American. And then the second time, she adds the bitch on there.
Do you know that for most of these tracks, too, Spotify does put a unique visual behind them when you're listening to each one?
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't really I don't usually listen to it and look at my phone at the same time.
So that makes me wonder if there is, in fact, videos for a good portion of these songs out there, or if they just did that for Spotify.
Well, Vampire, Bad Idea, Right, Get Him Back, those definitely have videos. All American Bitch, she just performed on SNL, so I know there's a video of that. That was actually a really good performance if you want to go watch it. It was kind of cute. She was like, it didn't seem like she was on the typical SNL music stage. It seemed like it was like a set. She was at this dinner table, and there was a band around her. You couldn't see them except for a couple of panned out shots. And then there were two other women at the table on the other side. And she was, the song starts, I guess we'll get into it. The song starts off kind of slow with this nice acoustic guitar riff. And she's, she kind of is singing with that high falsetto, whatever it is. And then as the song kind of progresses and gets a little harder, she ends up jumping on this dinner table and smashing a cake and going kind of crazy. I thought it was a pretty good performance for SNL. It was like it was a music video.
Cool. I missed it. I don't watch SNL too much anymore.
I do here and there, but I just happen to catch it. I wanted to look at I watched a couple of her videos just to to get familiar with who we were talking about.
Awesome. Well, anyway, just in case you want to know, the loop that they play on Spotify is basically a loop of her staring at you, the listener, rolling her eyes at you while she's sipping on which is probably a representation of a Coke with a straw. And she also has two rollers in her hair in the front, but they're not rollers. They're also Coke cans.
She mentions that in the song.
So the eye roll makes me mad. I don't like that. I don't like the eye roll.
Well, she doesn't care.
It brings me back to times that I did not appreciate in life. So, this song rubs me the wrong way. A lot of this stuff does, Steve. You're gonna be surprised. This is bringing back some stuff for Chris 183 that he does not like too much.
Uh-oh. So you didn't like this first song?
Well, we'll talk about it. So you ready to get into it? Yeah,
we kind of half got into it.
Yeah. So go ahead. I mean, you already kind of started. I mean, what else did you want to say?
Yeah, I think it has this nice acoustic guitar in the beginning. It's so far so good for a pop album. You kind of see the edge start to come out where she says, I make light of the darkness. I've got sun in my motherfucking pocket. Best believe it. Yeah, you know me. The chorus sounds very Avril pop punk. So that's probably why I like this one. Someone else had to have written the line about she's got integrity like a goddamn Kennedy. I don't know how good history teachers at the Disney studios are teaching, but I think someone might have helped her with that line. There's this little guitar solo in there. It's good to hear some instruments. There are other places in the record where it seems very manufactured and not real instruments. There's kind of this back and forth between the soft and the hard. She's, just kind of singing real high. And then the verses, the chorus is nice, fast and hard. I think it's a pretty good song. It gives us an idea what we're in for. I kind of like the F-bombs that are thrown in there, especially at the end. She's like, I'm grateful all the time. It's just fucking time. I think that's kind of funny. So I like this kickoff track. I thought it was good.
Is there something about Coca-Cola bottles?
Yeah, she says, I'm light as a feather. I'm as fresh as the air. Coca-Cola bottles that I only use to curl my hair.
No, I know I know it says here that, but why? Is that a thing? Do females do that these days? Is that?
I'm not particularly familiar with hair curling techniques, but I would think that anything that's round could be used for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't understand what she's trying to say here. Is she like saying that this is the way she is and stay away from me because I'm going to get upset? How do you relate to this unless this is how you are too? Maybe this is, obviously this is aimed to we've said it already, a certain, age group that can say, yeah, I'm an all-American bitch too. And then get into the song. I don't know, whatever. I don't understand that, but here's what I do understand. I agree with you totally. I think the chorus is straight up Avril Lavigne. I mean, it sounds almost just like one of our songs that we've talked about here. I don't know which one, but it may be several of them. So that's not a knock at her. It just does. And it's really cool that, the way that the song kind of moves from the sunshine and flowers, plucking of the guitar into that, harder edge, pop punk sound. So I dig that, right? I feel like if you weren't ready for it, this definitely has a major out of nowhere F-bomb that drops right on your head. Fine, right? You don't know. Like you see her and you think to yourself, man, she's a sweet girl that, sings really nice and pianos and all that stuff. And then she's coming out here and it's like she's starting to like just swear up a storm. It's almost as if like, and somebody actually I talked to today said this, it feels like sometimes she's the type that just learned a bunch of swear words and decided this was her chance to just get them all out, like on this album. And she certainly did. So aside from that, I can't really relate to the lyrics. I already kind of mentioned that. I think it's a cool concept. There's a part at the end with a guitar line that I feel is off key on purpose. Did you hear that?
The solo, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I like that. I think that's different, right? It works there, but the ending part of this song, I don't know. I don't know what that is. It was really strange, but I can't even say that I liked it. I just was really kind of. I didn't know what to say.
I would have liked it if it ended on a harder note, like the chorus, but it ends on that chill.
It's not chill. Thing. It's like creepy. It's like, I don't know what the hell she's doing.
She's saying she's pretty when she cries.
Yeah, man. That's like, it takes like a dark turn. But I think that's what she's trying to do here. She takes dark turns.
She's pointing out kind of the dichotomy, she's the nice girl, but she's the bad girl, that kind of thing.
It's the music behind it though. It's like the layered harmonies of herself talking about, how she's sexy when she's kind, but then there's, I'm grateful all the fucking time. Like, it's just, I don't know, man, this is crazy. Crazy stuff you got me into here, Steve.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next song.
Is that a good idea to go to the next song or?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I guess I'll
bad idea, right?
Oh, there it is. That's right. That's right. That's the segue. That is the segue. I have no connection to this song because I am not the age of 20. So just imagine me listening to this song like out in the open. Like if I was in the car and I had this song on blast with my windows down and you pulled up next to me and you heard it.
Yeah, that might be a little odd.
Yeah.
But I listened to it in the car.
I mean, with your daughter.
I think this one was too dirty. I don't think I put this one on.
I do think that musically, I don't mind this one. I like the way they play with a little bit of the sound of the vocals. They have this track effect on there that kind of gives a little bit of a different output, and a very interesting guitar near the end that kind of starts in between lyrics. It almost sounds like, doesn't even sound like a guitar. I know it is, but it's like this high pitched something, and it kind of like comes in between lyrical outputs. So she says a line, it comes in, she says another line, and then it like continues on throughout the rest, not the rest of the song, but most of the rest of the song. I think that was pretty cool. So I picked that out as a highlight for me. But otherwise, I don't know what to do with this song. Steve, what did you think about Bad Idea, right?
I like the song. I thought this one was really good. This one has 270 million streams, and it came out in September. That's a lot of fucking streams. The music in this one has a very manufactured sound. Like, it doesn't sound like there was a band that like put this together. This sounds like this was done on a computer, which is fine. But, as a fan of guitars and drums, it's not always my favorite. I definitely like the speak song lyrics that she does. She kind of has, I don't know if it's kind of like two pre-choruses and then the actual chorus. The chorus itself is very, very sing-songy, and it might be because there's multiple tracks of her doing the same thing, like maybe in different registers. Yes, I know that he's my, that whole part. I really love when she's saying, seeing you tonight, it's a bad idea, right? And at the end she goes, fuck it, it's fine. I love the little whisper, which like contradicts, she says, seeing you tonight's a bad idea, right? Says that 3 times in a row. And then she says, fuck it, it's fine. I think that is kind of interesting. I think it's kind of funny. I dug it. I also watched this video. I thought this video was kind of funny. It was like she was at a party and her friends were talking to her and telling her like, not to go back after this guy or this ex or whatever. Then all of a sudden she like hitches a ride in somebody's truck bed, but she's laying down and it's like pouring rain like right into her mouth. And then she ends up on a bus and someone like spills a Slurpee on her and she's got like this red shit all over her. And then she takes off the shirt. She's got another shirt underneath. And then she eventually like gets to the guy's house, but you don't even see the guy. It just kind of looks like the sparkly outline of a guy. So yeah, I mean, I don't personally relate to this myself. I guess he's the ex, but couldn't two people reconnect? Maybe. I mean, it's a song about somebody who's not fully over their ex. They want to like hook up with them, and this is what she's going through in her brain. I
don't want to be a hypocrite about it because I know a lot of emo and screamo and stuff like talks about this kind of subject matter. So fine, you want to call me on that, fine, but I don't care. I don't care at all about whether or not she's going to or not. Or probably not see him. I don't care. Like, I could care less what she does. I hope she doesn't. I hope she doesn't see him. I hope she just kind of goes away. Like, this song makes me want to tell her, just freaking decide what you want to do or go away. Stop whining about it.
You got to go back to when you were 20 years old, and whether you're a guy or a girl, whatever, like you've been that crazy over somebody at some point in time and not knowing what to do, and you're going back and forth in your head. So I could see how like a college girl or sorority, whoever, I could see how people could definitely. I don't personally connect with it, but I could definitely see how people do. And I like it. I like her thought process. I think it's pretty good. I wrote that guitar solo or whatever you're talking about. I just wrote it was super weird. It seemed like it had all these effects on it. It almost sounded like robotic. I think I like the song and not that thing, but you like that thing and not the song. It's opposite.
Listen, if you're out there, if you're one of those people that Steve just mentioned that thinks this way and you're unsure about this type of thing, I can talk to you. I'll give you good advice. Just reach out. I'll tell you exactly what to think and how to act in the situation, and you're going to be okay. I will solve all the problems. You don't need to be this way, and I can help you.
Because that's what the girl in the situation really wants, is her dad to tell her what to do.
But I have been through this. I'm thinking logically and rationally now, so I can help you. This is nonsense. Nobody wants to be like this. Trust me.
Yeah, nobody wants to be that crazy. You just get that crazy. That these things happen.
Oh my God.
That's what youth is about. You have to make mistakes and learn, and
I don't want to make any mistakes. Let's just talk about this next song. Steve, go ahead.
Vampire.
Vampire.
This was the first single. Bad Idea Right was the second single. So Bad Idea Right got to number 7 on the Hot 100 and number 1 on the Hot Rock and Alternative charts. So that last song charted on the Hot Rock and Alternative charts. This one, Vampire, was number 1 on the Hot 100. So this was like the best song whenever it came out. It's got 609 million streams, which is a lot. This is a piano ballad, so we're going to see a bunch of ballads here. This is a pretty song. She's got a great voice, which she shows off here. I personally like vampires. I like vampire shows. I like vampires as a concept. I think that's I'm into vampires. The pop ballad thing is just not my thing. So I don't really get too interested in this one. On the second chorus, it picks up the pace a little bit, but there's some like real fake ass drums. Like the drums just sound like a drum machine. There's also this like dum. I wrote dum dum dum. I can't think in my head right now that I wrote sounds dumb. And I think to me the fake or the manufactured music kind of took me out of this one. So while this is a very popular song, this is not one that I really cared all that much for.
Yeah, it's a piano song that says the word fuck, basically.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what it is, man.
I think you don't like the fame fucker.
It's a catchy tune. No, I don't dislike it. It's jarring. It's jarring not because I don't hear that word. I mean, I don't care. But it's jarring because it's like a nice, smooth, emotional ballad. Imagine who's a ballad singer these days? Who do the kids like? Jewel? Is that still relevant?
The kids these days they like Olivia Rodrigo. Okay. I don't know. Pink. Pink is probably better than Jewel.
Jewel never said fuck. You know what I mean?
I don't know her catalog all that well.
She did.
This one's got a big E. My daughter, when we were listening to it, she's like, "Does this one have an E on it?" I'm like, "Yeah, yes, it does.
It sure does. It sure does." Now, she doesn't celebrate that. Like, it's only a couple times that she drops that stuff. I can see where. Look, I mean, this is her brand. This is her. Like, she's that singer that just hits you with it. I guess you could probably say that it's just part of the emotional appeal to the songs that she writes. Like when people are really upset or really mad, they swear for the most part, like people do, whether it's to themselves in their head, out loud, whatever, right? It's just human nature to do that. Obviously not 100% of the population, but a lot of people do. And so I think it makes the song more real in that respect in her mind as she's writing this. So fine. It's a catchy enough tune. It's a nice enough song. I can see the appeal. I don't care about this. Again, she's whining again about a dude that I guess took advantage of something or was a jerk or whatever, right?
Bleeding her dry. Emotionally. Probably emotionally. I don't think it's about a real vampire.
Yeah, I would think that would be better if it was about a real vampire. Who's a popular vampire these days? Tom Cruise?
It's a good comparison. Again, your references are a little off. So I was going to say like Bill and Sookie Stackhouse. That's also way outdated. That's
like 9 years old. Like
that's like 2009. You just mentioned a movie from like 99.
Listen, man, you don't need to call me out on my own show. Get the hell out of here.
That was a double call out. You call me, I call you.
Fine.
But the comparisons to the vampire stuff as to somebody who's like sucking the life out of you, like a person, significant other, I think those are pretty good. I think she does a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah. I mean, look, this song's tolerable. I can listen to it. I would feel weird listening to it in public. In front of a bunch of people because it has nothing to do with me. But I think musically it's well done. I don't have a problem with this one. I don't.
I didn't like the musical arrangement, but
didn't you?
It's all right.
I did. And I'm not huge into you're more of a piano guy than I am. I mean, you're the piano man.
I like Billy Joel. I like Andrew McMahon. So maybe that makes me a piano man. But
yeah.
I don't dislike the piano. I think I just didn't like the music. When the music comes in around the piano, it just sounded very manufactured. It sounded all computerized.
Well, let's move on then, unless there's something else you'd like to talk about with the song Vampire.
Vampires. I like vampires. I like vampire shows.
I didn't know that about you. I really didn't.
I like all that stupid supernatural stuff. Vampires, zombies, aliens. Alien shows. Oof. Give me a good alien show. I'll watch that.
Vampire shows are done though, right? They don't do those anymore.
Well, there was that one. It was called The Strain. That was actually a while back. We brought this up before when I accidentally said The Last of Us was vampire, which is not. But I feel like there's got to be something. They redid Interview with the Vampire. They made it a show, but I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either, and I don't know how good it was. I just, it's not the fad that it was probably, like 10 years ago.
I know what I watched. It's vampires. What We Do in the Shadows. That is fucking hilarious. That is
it's comedy,
show.
Right? It's a comedy.
It's comedy, yeah.
So I heard it's good, but I didn't see it. But ultimately, again, would you agree that it's not as big of a fad now that it was about maybe 7 or 8 years ago? Like it was everywhere.
It might have even been longer than 7 or 8 years ago, but yeah, it seems to have kind of died down a little bit.
Like, when are mummies going to become a big deal anymore? Like, or,
Mummies.
Yeah. Like, that was a thing, I guess, with the one movie, but it was never a huge thing.
Nah, mummies are boring, dude.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know if you can prove that.
Zombies are pretty in. Zombies are in. The Last of Us, you got your Walking Dead. Zombies are in.
You know, I never finished Walking Dead. I don't want to get on this tangent, but
some people might want to hear more about this than Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know.
Well, I started the show over again. I'll have you know. And it is so different when you watch it again from the beginning. Like, things are just not what you remember. Let's just put it that way. And I haven't saw the beginning of that show from when it started. So
I gave up on it like maybe 2 seasons before it ended.
I got to see the end. I got to see what happened. I got to see that happen. Don't spoil it for me out there, guys. Don't, because I don't want to know. I want to know nothing. I've stayed off of all the social medias. No one's talking about it anymore. Don't spoil it. I want to know eventually. All right, let's talk about the next song, because we're here to talk about Olivia Rodrigo and Guts, and Lacey is the next song. This song is uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen, for Chris 183. I feel like I'm in a horror movie. This song gives me just a weird vibe. I feel like I'm walking through an abandoned house with a bunch of dolls watching me. There's sound bending in this song that probably leads me to that thought. I don't know for sure if that's the only thing. Maybe it's the whisper singing at the end, and the way that things just kind of go haywire. Like, something really is going to happen at any point in time with this Lacey person. If Lacey even exists. I don't appreciate this song because it makes me feel a certain way. Steve, help me.
I can't help you. The last song was a pop ballad. This is more of like a folk song type ballad. I mean, it shows some versatility by her, but like, if the last one wasn't really my thing, like, this one is my thing, like, even less. I did listen to this album like a lot of times to study for our show. This is just one I couldn't get into. For some reason, I'm just kind of tuning it out. So I wasn't a fan. Wouldn't really recommend it. I didn't think that there were any like porcelain dolls staring at me or anything, but if I listen to it again, I'll think about that. So thank you.
Think about that and let me know what you think, because I feel like now, and if you're listening to this show, do the same thing, because I want you to think about it. Man, we didn't have much to say about that. Maybe you have more to say about the next song, which is The Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl.
Yeah, so this is the new one that my daughter really likes. And this one doesn't have any explicit lyrics, which is great. And her friend at dance told her this was her favorite one. And as a song in this album, you know, we're kind of back into that like rock vibe now. I really like this one. She's kind of writing about her inner anxiety. You know, I think it was funny when she kind of talks about, she keeps talking about like the guys who she meets are gay, or she met this guy and he was making out with boys. I thought that was kind of funny. Kind of put yourself in her headspace. At the end, it like slows down a little bit. And then the very last like verse, she says, "Thought your mom was your wife, called you the wrong name twice, can't think of a third line. La 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 la." I thought that was kind of funny. So I got a kick out of this one. I think this one is pretty enjoyable to listen to overall.
What if I start with the music, or what I think about this song overall? I'll start with the music. It has this filter over the track that normally I don't love it. It's kind of like that old timey, like grainy type of sound. You hearing that on this? Not often do I think that's all that great, but I think it's fine here. Like it works. but I'm not a fan of this song. Like I just don't agree that this is a good song. I think it's annoying at best. I'm
best.
okay. So here's a positive. I'll be positive for a second. I'm somewhat into the last leg of this song because it has more of that weird like music bending type of effect. I kind of does some different things towards the end that aren't at the beginning. The beginning to me, like the first 3/4 of the song, are just straight up just teen pop that I could just throw away, just trash that I'm not into. Like, and here's the thing: like, I think that the subject matter here is so just teen trope. Like, it's been done so many times. Oh my God, I'm just so awkward, and every time I go out, it's social suicide, and
That's what she's going through.
Yeah, and I'm not making fun of people that go through this. I'm not. Please don't feel that way. It's a song, right? So the song itself, I feel like I've heard it 1,000 million zillion times. This is nothing new. She does a decent job, I guess, but overall, again, this isn't the song that I want to listen to, even if I was 16 years old. So I'm good without it. I don't relate to it, and I don't think I ever would. I ever would have. I'm going to go back and talk to my 16, 17-year-old self and see if he feels the same way. I don't know.
You should. He might feel socially awkward.
He's probably still listening to
Limp
grunge
Bizkit.
or like, no, that was more like grunge phase. You know that I have a Nirvana shirt that I looked online and it's going for $999.
Did you buy it at Kohl's?
No,
Because
I don't remember where I bought it. It was an old shirt. I can't believe it. I don't know where it's at. I have it. I don't know where it's at. I'll find it eventually and I'll post a picture of it. That's just it. That's it. That's all I feel. I didn't dig this. I can understand where maybe your daughter could be into this one, but I again think,
it's totally over her head. She is into it, but it's over her head. She doesn't really understand what it means.
that's where I think it works though. Like for a young girl that age, like it's a bubbly, like, and I don't want to say angry song, but it has energy to it. It has oomph. I could see, just people rallying around it that way, regardless of the subject matter. But man, when you delve into that, it's like, come on, seriously, like stop it. But talk about something else.
If her target demo is teenage girls, I think this fits perfectly into it.
Is that her target? Is that who she's talking to?
It has, yes, of course. If she's talking to high school girls right now, it's the same way like Blink-182 was talking to us.
Yeah,
and we're still listening to them.
That's different. That's just different.
That's different. But that's probably what, a girl in high school who might be a little socially awkward, like, oh man, she's talking about me. I have the same thing.
I laughed at the wrong time, sat with the wrong guy. Come on, seriously? Like just freaking do your homework. Do your homework, focus on your studies, and think about
Public service
your future.
Announcement from Dad.
Think about your future.
Chris 183 guidance counselor.
Don't worry about this hot guy that you talked to that you swore was your type. Get an A on your math test. It's going to work out better in the end. Trust me.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Dad. Fuck you. I'm going out to the club. I'm going to go party, get drunk. Okay. We're cracking ourselves up here. All right, we'll go to the next one. I'll kick this one off. So Making the Bed is the next track, and I kind of talked shit on the previous two ballads, but this one I think I like better. I like this one a lot. I think what it is the darker nature of the music. The music and along with her singing makes me feel like it's got more emotion into it. And listen. Can't we both relate to getting drunk at a club with our fair weather friends? Don't we all do that? Chris,
sure.
You do that all the time.
Not as much, but yeah, of course.
I like that she's kind of calling that out. Then there's a few things where it's like she's talking about this life that she's in, which obviously she chose. I'll get to this in a later song, but I think that the emotion and the passion in this one really stood out. So I like this ballad a lot better than I did the previous couple.
Why though? Like what makes you like this over the last couple ballads? Like is it just because you relate to it more?
No,
Or
it's not relating to it. I think, as I said, it's the darker nature of the music. I think the
nature.
music behind it is like, oh man, as this is two non-musicians. You know how when who is it who said that, like when you're in
Pick's great.
a minor key, it sounds like lower or darker.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
This one just sounds like it's a darker song. It's just the sound of it. And I think that evoked more emotion, or it made it sound like a better song to me.
You want to talk about hammer-ons and pull-offs now?
No, thank you.
That.
No, thank you.
We could talk
I don't think
about
there's any
that.
hammer-ons and pull-offs here. It's all done on a fucking computer.
It's just, look, this is a smooth, modern piano pop song, sung very well. She does a very nice job with the tonality of her voice and the way that she delivers this really smooth ballad type of device. I could not care less about it. This is not my cup of tea. I again feel like when I listen to the words, I turn her off. Like I just turn it off. I'm like, seriously? Like you could jump. Okay, getting drunk at the club with my fair weather friends. Fine. But I'm so tired of being the girl that I am. Every good thing has turned into something I dread, and I'm playing the victim so well in my head, but it's me who's been making the bed. Okay. So, I mean, you have such a tough life, right? Like it's so terrible, whatever you're doing. You're growing up, right? That's how things are. Like everything isn't sunshine and roses.
Daddy, you don't have to explain to the kid. Let her get through it. Let her experience it.
I could just give her advice and everything would be okay. I'm telling you.
You can fix it.
Listen to this show and you don't have to listen to this album. I can help you. She cannot. She makes it worse. She feeds you. She's like an enabler to this type of nonsense.
Right. Like, again, like Blink-182 wasn't enabling us to, watch ladies undress through the window from a fucking tree or something like that.
That's different.
Tell dick and fart jokes.
It's apples and oranges. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
But target demos, we were Blink's target demo. Younger women are this target demo, and they relate to this shit. Like we related to caca poo poo jokes and,
I think on
Travis show.
Look, to put it just as simply as I can put it, like I don't mind a ballad here and there. I just think that there's better ones, and this one I can't relate to at all from a lyrical standpoint. So it drops down even further. So good, decent, but not great by any stretch of the imagination. And I think, and I'll make it quick on the next one, Steve. Logical to me, like it's just more of the same. It's just another slow song that to me has no pop to it, has no spark, no edge, no nothing. It's just another of the same type of song, maybe with some different words mixed in. But I feel like she's like talking about kind of the same stuff, right? It's maybe not like she's so depressed, but you built the giant castle with the walls so high I couldn't see, the way it all unraveled. And all the things you did to me, you lied. It's like more of the same. It's like, okay, this person, whoever you're talking about, what are we doing here? Why are we even doing this? Like you're writing 2 songs about this situation. Like let's get back to doing some other stuff. Like I wouldn't have even minded another just high school song about going out and partying, but here, no. Like, I don't want to hear this again. I'll tell you what, if I was breaking up with somebody, I'd love this album. Like, this would be perfect. Maybe that's why I'm so upset. Because I'm not. I don't know.
Well, I agree on some levels. I don't think so. I agree that I don't care about this ballad at all. I don't like it. It does nothing for me. But I do think that it's a different subject matter than the previous song, which I did like. I think that the Making the Bed song was about kind of her and her control over her life and what she's doing with herself, where this is about, a guy, a person, a love interest. And Yeah, this one really didn't do much for me. Again, I don't even know if it's her playing the piano. I would hope it is, but I don't know if she plays the piano. Maybe I should have done some more research on that. But maybe it's just because it's her and her piano. And yeah, it's a breakup song. But this one didn't really, have any hooks to get me to like it. So I agree with you on that.
No, and this guy must have been a real just like jerk. Like he must have been a real jerk, right?
I watched I watched a clip of Olivia Rodrigo on Jimmy Fallon, and it was the fucking worst clip of a person on talk show that I have ever seen. It's her explaining to Jimmy Fallon how she was looking through Instagram and she accidentally followed her ex, but she doesn't follow anyone on Instagram at all. So it became a big news item that she followed this ex-boyfriend of hers, and it became like a big thing. And then she's telling Jimmy Fallon that he needs to have a Finstagram, which is a fake Instagram, so you could stalk people. And it was probably the most boring, like 20-second clip that I've ever seen. I was like, man, how is Jimmy Fallon interviewing her? And like, good for him for like trying to keep the bit alive and the conversation. But I feel like the preppers for the show, I don't know what you call them, but the people who like, what are you going to talk about on the show? They should have done a lot better, because maybe I'll listen to the whole thing and maybe it was better. But that clip was fucking horrible. And it might be about this next song, or the love interest of this song or the next song, whichever.
You just made me so much angrier. Like, that's terrifying to know that that's what people talk about. How in the world is that something to talk about? Secondly, how do you accidentally follow somebody? There's no accidentally. You either press the fucking button or you don't, right?
Well, you maybe mean to press somewhere else and you accidentally press the follow button.
No, I'm sorry. There's no, you don't. You're
Jimmy
on the
Fallon's
page.
like, I need a Finstagram. I need a Finsta. Like Jimmy Fallon, he's trying to get it going. There are Jimmy Fallon lovers and haters. I understand that, but he was trying to make the best of it.
That's his job, right? He's got to do something. He can't just sit there and just stare and say, "What the hell are you talking about?" So good on him. But man, like, is this the kind of conversation that we have to just accept is okay? I am not trashing that generation. I am not. I have a daughter in that generation.
50-something-year-old dude talking to a 19-year-old,
I guess, is he 50?
I don't know. I was just taking a guess.
I thought he was younger than me.
I'll Google it. Jimmy Fallon age 49. I was close.
Wow, really? Okay, I didn't realize he was that old. Not that that's old.
Are you a Fallon lover or a hater?
I'm a in between. Like, I'm in betweener. Like, I don't.
Most people are very divided.
He doesn't bother me all the time. Sometimes he's actually pretty funny. Look, I grew up with Fallon on SNL, right, and I loved a lot of his stuff. I thought it was funny at times. Wasn't he there like for the tail end of the Will Ferrell type era? Wasn't he there for that?
Yeah, I mean the famous cowbell sketch has Jimmy Fallon like fucking cracking. Like, he's the one who broke during that sketch. Yeah.
Yes. So maybe that's why, because that's when I used to watch a lot of SNL. But I always thought he had a unique quirk that was always funny. I think he's way funnier than what the hell's that dude's name that nobody likes? Everybody kind of likes him, but I cannot stand the dude.
Does he have a talk show now?
No, he was on SNL. He's like, he's all these movies and TV shows.
Bill Hader?
No, younger guy.
I don't know.
He's the guy with the Bronx movie or something
Andy
like that.
Samberg?
Not Andy Samberg. Think newer than that.
Pete Davidson.
Like, F that guy. Like, seriously. Like, if he never comes on the show, I don't care. Pete Davidson is not funny. He's just not funny. I'm sorry. Do you think he's funny? I don't think he's funny.
So I actually, I somewhat like Pete Davidson, but I did see him do stand up one time, and it was like a quick 20-minute set, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
But I do like, some of the stuff that he does on SNL and his little sketches, and I've seen a couple of his movies. I guess I think he's okay.
Watch, Pete Davidson will post.
You just hate
on
him
our-
because he's best friends with Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, well, he's going to post on our site tonight, be like, hey guys, I heard your show and I love it. Like, I'd love to be on. Let me
Pete,
just
we'll
listen to
come
the
talk to
most
you.
recent episode. So
That might be a theme for us here at High School Never Ends.
Well, that said, I would be very embarrassed about. Actually, I'm skipping around, so let's not do that. Let's go.
Oh,
to the
you were
next
going into
song.
Love is Embarrassing, but it's
that was a
back.
good segue, though. You got to admit that was a good one. It just wasn't the right song.
Yeah.
But instead, we have to talk about Get Him Back, and yet again. I don't care. Like you guess you seriously want to write a song about this? Like again, I see the appeal. I do. I will say though, she delivers this in like a song speak.
Yep.
And I kind of don't. I guess I don't mind that. I guess I don't mind it. I think that it kind of gives the song a little bit different of a sound in a lot of ways. I know it's not unique and a lot of people do this, but so it's not like she's not rapping or anything. It's just a song speak. This song has some cool, like weird sound effects in the background. I'm not actually sure why they went that route, but it was there and it kind of works. But Steve, once again, like I don't give a damn about this. Like who cares about getting this guy back? Like this grinds my gear. Like it's I'd rather just do anything else but listen to this type of nonsense.
I can't wait for Ranking It.
I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know how I'm going to do Ranking It. I'm going to be very hard pressed. I have a Ranking It, but trust me, like this was excruciating. I'm not as mad as I have been on previous albums. Trust me. Like this is on a little bit different of a level, but this song, forget it. Just forget it. Get rid of it. Never let me listen to this again, please.
Well, 155 million streams would disagree with you. And I've probably been a lot of those streams. I've listened to this song a lot of times because this is the one that my daughter, like, I don't know, somehow heard. There's an iPhone commercial that features this song, and the video is like the same thing as the commercial. All the car windows are exploding and stuff like that. This one to me like screams like current Avril Lavigne type song. I totally love it. I think this is a really good song. I like the dual meanings behind the get him back, right? So there's the I want to get him back, like I want him to be my boyfriend again. And there's the like I want to get him back, like fuck that guy, I want to get my revenge. And she goes back and forth. And there's especially the bridge, which is pretty funny. She's like going right back and forth. I want to key his car. I want to make him lunch. I want to break his heart, be the one to stitch it up. I want to kiss his face with an uppercut. I want to meet his mom just to tell her son sucks. There's a lot of like harmonies and background singing. I think the song is really good. It's a good like angsty. Again, I'm not an angsty teenage girl, but I could see that people would like this song. And I think that as a song that I'm listening to, I don't personally relate to it, but I could see how people do. And I like the way that she put this one together. The one line that makes me very uncomfortable is when she goes, "But I am my father's daughter, so maybe I could fix him." That line I don't get and just makes me feel weird as a girl dad. But other than that, I think this is a really good song. I like it.
Yeah, that line doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't make any sense at all. Can somebody tell her that, instead of trying to get this guy back, like there's plenty of other really nice guys out there, I'm sure, that don't act this way.
You're just coming at this too logical. When people write songs, they're going from a place of emotion and what they've been through, not what you've been through in your life experiences.
But she's putting herself through nonsense. I'm trying to help, Steve.
Maybe this guy was amazing, but he was terrible. He was cheating on her, but he was the nicest guy.
Oh yeah, that's amazing,
so
right? That's amazing.
No, she's conflicted. So she wants to get him back. She wants to key his car, but she wants to make him lunch. It's a dichotomy.
She probably friend zoned all the guys that would have treated her much better. You know what I mean?
All those guys in the Disney Channel.
I guess on Bizaardvark.
Don't make it too personal.
I'm not making it personal. I'm not. This isn't my personal experience.
It's her life. Her life.
That's fine. She can live her life. She could care less. She's not listening to this show. I doubt it.
Maybe she will. Olivia, come on. We'll talk to you about it.
Well,
Chris will give you advice.
I would love to help her. I would love to be the voice of reason in her life, and I could do that. But we haven't gotten through all of these songs yet. So before we do that, well, actually, that's not what I meant. Let's do that, and let's talk about how love is embarrassing. This next track, I'm into this one, Steve. I actually like this track. I like it.
Nice.
I like this. I like the synth. I love the synth sound. Like it gives it that sound I really get into. This could be a Taylor Swift song too, though. Do you feel like this could be a Taylor Swift song if you really close your eyes and squinted?
She's not as egregious with the F-bombs.
Yeah, just kind of get around that for a minute though. Like beyond that. Does this song have F-bombs? Yeah, it does. No. Some of them don't have F-bombs. They're just explicit lyrics. I mean,
well, this one, she says, God loves fucking embarrassing.
Okay. Well, whatever. But
in the chorus.
I don't mean that. I mean, just like the song itself could be a Taylor Swift song. Beside the fact that she drops whatever profanities.
She's got that like whispery song, whispery, like singing voice, kind of like Taylor does.
That high pitched stuff that she does though, that falsetto, I don't know if I like that or not. Maybe it's like a throwback sound. I don't know if I can't decide, but that's minor to me. I feel like musically though, I may be into this one a lot. I may be into this song a lot. Like I could listen to this. There are certain pop songs and certain songs that I disagree with a lot of the other stuff that they do, pop singers, pop artists, but this probably bucks the curve. And I did myself a favor, Steve, by not reading one lyric on this song. I stayed away because I was like, you know what? I really like this song for what it is. I don't want to make myself upset and go away from it because I get mad about the lyrics. So I
probably wouldn't like it if you read the lyrics.
I didn't read them. I just stuck with the music.
Because it's the same kind of thing that you've been, perturbed about.
Stick with the music. That's the next t-shirt that I have for high school for our show is stick with the music.
Fair enough. Stick with it.
What do you have
like
to say?
A stick.
Can a dead
stick
air
on that shirt?
No dead air, Steve. What is your thoughts on this song?
Well, I think the reason maybe why you like it's got that like 80s like synthy, bassy like vibe to it, which I think is a lot of fun. I think this one is different than any of the other poppy songs. And honestly, like if you get into the lyrics or just the name of the track, right? We've listened to hundreds of dude breakup songs from the 90s and the early 2000s. And this is just that version of a song for a 20-year-old female in 2023. So I think that this is a very enjoyable song. I don't know that it stands out to me. Like I liked some of the other poppy ones a little better, but I also liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
To be fair, I have been critical of the dude breakup songs too. Like I haven't been like a huge fan, like, oh yeah, we got to have more of these songs where so on and so forth screams about breaking up with somebody. Like
that's like 3/4 of pop punk music.
Yeah, but it's not all. No, that's not true. That's not true. There's a lot of other stuff kind of mixed in there. Come on now.
Maybe 25% is mixed in.
It's not just straight up just breakup. Like, oh, this dude or girl cheated on me and I'm so mad, but I want her back or him back. Like that's, I don't think we hear that as much. Like it's a mixture of different things. Okay. We don't have to get into that conversation now because I think I'm right, but The Grudge is the next song. This is not, I'm not going to make that joke. I was going to make a movie joke. I'm not going to do it. I already did, but man, once again, if I was breaking up with somebody, I would love this song because this would be right up my alley. This would be what I would want to listen to, I guess, even though there's probably better ones out there that I could listen to. But this has the subject matter that would fit right into that situation. I think this song is probably just a smidge better than some of the other ones on this album that say the same thing over and over and over again because it has a little bit more emotion to it. And I really like that. Plus, she's dropping more bombs on this one out of nowhere. And it works. It works. It gives that extra emotion. So, believe it or not, I kind of like this one, even though it's like a smooth, like just regular piano ballad. And I kind of crushed the one before. This one seems a little bit different. I don't know why. Maybe just a little bit different of a song, a little bit different of a tune. It's obviously a different song, a little bit different of a tune, tempo. I don't know. It's just I liked it better. So I'll just be simple about it. Steve?
Yeah, I think with this album, you can kind of put the songs into kind of two buckets. There's like the faster, I wouldn't really call them pop punk, but there's like the faster kind of pop, and then there's the ballads. And so this one obviously is put in the ballad category. The lyrics here are they're very heartfelt. You can kind of almost hear tears like from her at points in this song. So it's very emotional. It makes me feel like really sad for her. But so I would put it above a bunch of the other piano ballads, or at least several of them. But it's not one that like I would really want to keep listening to. But I think it's pretty good. I liked that the one line where she says, we both drew blood, but man, those cuts were never equal. I thought that was a pretty powerful line. Other than that, yeah, it's another piano ballad. It's all good. It's okay. It's not great.
It's all good. It's okay. It's not great.
Yeah, that's the middle of the road. Not
that
too
should
much
be on
more
a
to
t-shirt.
say.
That should be on a t-shirt.
You're just looking for t-shirt ideas.
But that's a good one. Write that down. I like that one.
Got it. Pretty isn't pretty, Chris.
I guess.
What do you got to say about this one?
I guess not. Once again, a Chris 183. Chris 183 does not relate to this song. I don't think that I should probably be the one just belting this one out. Again, I probably could. Again, I don't want to generalize people or things. If you'd like to belt this out, and you're a 40-plus-year-old man, go for it. We're behind you. Go for it. I don't care. Me personally, not my thing. Is it a bad song? Maybe. But I think that even though the song itself isn't great, pretty isn't pretty, I don't care about that. I think the track itself rules. Like, this is another one of those songs where I could give a damn about the music, about what he's talking about or what she's talking about. But the track itself, this one just hit me. This hit me. This might be enough to lift up the rest of it, and I could be okay with it. I wish it wasn't called what it's called and had the subject matter it does, because I feel like I would be super into this one if it was maybe just one of these other songs. I'm always here for like floaty, synthy sounding, modernized version of that 80s type of sound. Like this isn't straight up just an 80s rip. It's an updated version of it, and I think that's what's so cool about it. So I like that a lot, but because like I can't get into the lyrics, I just don't know where to go with this song. It's such a double-edged sword for me. I'm like sad and happy at the same time. A little bit disappointed too, because this could have been so much better. But in the long run, when I compare it against everything else here, I'm into it. I'll be okay with this one. Steve, pretty isn't pretty.
Yeah, in terms of the vibe and the sound, it's very like Friday I'm in Love, like The Cure kind of sounding. It has that same, or Blink Wave. It has kind of that vibe. And in terms of the content, again, like I personally don't really relate to it, but I think a lot of people out there go through these feelings. This is about, again, a teenage girl, a teenage woman who's talking about body issues, insecurity about how she looks. So good for her for like putting it out there. And again, there is got to be like a generation of people that really do relate to it. Me and you, not so much. But good for her for putting it out there in this quirky like 80s pop song. I think it worked pretty well. Again, content is not talking to me, but I can understand where she's coming from and who she's talking to. So I think this song is pretty good.
I think you make a lot of good points. And I I do agree. I think it's taking an ideal, a song, it's taking a song idea that has been done in the past. There have been a slew of pop artists out there that have done songs like this, but haven't done them like this. And I give her a lot of credit for it. So I think that she was able to turn this subject matter, something that I generally would have just turned off, because I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I think it's a serious subject, and I think it's definitely something that affects people, and in a way that I am very sensitive to. But I don't want to hear it in a song. But I want to hear this song. So she did something good here.
I think this is probably like a sleeper hit for Olivia Rodrigo fans and like her target demo. I could see this as that.
I agree. And this next song, it's funny. So the background loop on this one, in case you're wondering, is Olivia Rodrigo blowing out candles on a cake that say 19 over and over again.
Oh, okay.
19.
Are there actually? That sound's not really in there. You're just being funny.
I'm watching it.
Oh, you're watching it like on your phone.
She's laying like I think she's laying on her bed, like stomach first, with a cake in front of her. It's a close up of her face, and she's blowing out the candles 1-9.
This is like while you're watching it on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see it.
If you open up the track and like just click on the track itself.
Yeah, I did.
You don't see the background like video loop?
No, I just see like I
don't know how to show you.
That's okay. I believe you.
Nobody watches this video.
Oh, so. Yeah, there she is. So that's what you look at like nonstop while the song's playing?
I mean, I'm not looking at it. It's just on there. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to look at this. I mean, how many times can you see her blow out candles? I mean, not judging if that's what you do, but for me, like I usually pull up the lyrics so I can see what she's trying to say here. But
right,
this is a song by Katy Perry, right? This is a good cover.
I was about to say, like, I was thinking this might be a Katy Perry cover before I listened to it for the first time.
There is no way that this would be a Katy Perry cover. Do you think that it's okay that she used the same exact song title, though?
I think it's fine. I mean, the context of what she's trying to say makes sense.
Do you think Katy Perry cares about this girl here? Do you think she even knows who this is?
I think she definitely knows who she is. If I was Katy Perry, I would be happy that someone used my song title and maybe would strum up some extra streams for me.
Do you think that she's really struggling for streams? Come on, man.
Probably not. But still, I mean, she's kind of connecting generations.
Is she the previous generation, Katy Perry?
I mean, like maybe 10 to 15 years ago. It's not a generation, but I don't know that has Katy Perry come out with new music anytime recently? I don't know.
Maybe.
Is she on one of those like voice shows or something like that?
She was in the Super Bowl with like a shark costume or something.
American Idol? She one of those?
She was on American Idol, yeah.
Okay.
She was. I don't watch that either, though.
Me neither.
So I did a long time ago, but not recently. So Teenage Dream, what did you think about this one? Like, to kind of wrap up the album?
Yes. So to wrap up the album, I'm going to say something that you've been saying all along. I do not relate to this song at all. Like, I get what she's saying. I get that this is like, she's talking about the life that kind of she's living and, the struggles that she's going through. But to me, like, she chose to be a teenager in the spotlight. So it kind of seems like she's like kind of complaining about what she went through when it was kind of up to her. So I don't know. I did not really get into this one. Again, this is in the bucket of piano ballad. I like the faster songs. You know me. I like the pop punk. But she's talking about like when am I going to stop being a pretty young thing to guys? When am I stop going to be great for my age and just start being good? When will it stop being cool to be quietly misunderstood? And she kind of keeps asking these questions. But yeah, I just kind of feel like this one's This one's a little bit out of the realm of me being like, okay, tons of people will relate to that. I feel like this is a her exact situation problem, not like a worldly problem. So it wasn't one that I liked.
Now, and that makes me feel like, why did she write a song about this when you're not necessarily someone that can, when you're not writing a song that in essence can relate to the masses or to the majority or to a lot of people, because they can't. This song is more about those that are in a situation such as hers, which is such a small percentage. And maybe it can transition to others that get into things that they feel like is a dream to them, and it ends up the way it ends up. But I don't care. It's like, you're living the dream of a lot of people. You're not living it. Like, it's a tough job. I don't want to take that away from anybody that's in the music business or movies or whatever, right? It's not easy to live that life. It's not.
No, but if this is what you choose, then maybe don't complain about it. I don't know. Does that make me seem heartless?
It doesn't, no, because it's like, don't complain about it. And, everybody, look, people complain about their jobs. It happens. But to write a song about it and then to think that, and maybe she doesn't care. Maybe it's like, whatever, man, I don't care what people think. I don't know, but I just don't think it's hard to relate to. It's a song. Maybe it's just, it's off the merits of the song itself. And like you said, it's a fine ballad. It's more of that whisper singing, sad piano music. And I think that it actually has a pretty cool crescendo to the song. Like some of these other ballads don't do that. So it has its good points, but I don't know. It's like, maybe you find something else to talk about here, Olivia, and don't make us mad that, you're kind of whining about your life, because that's not
you're
cool.
Rich and famous and you've been on TV. And,
that sucks, right? To be rich and famous. Like,
Yeah. I didn't really look at any of the other songs from like a jaded perspective, but this one gave me a little bit of like maybe not this one.
And we've been very sensitive to the fact that we understand that everybody goes through things, no matter what what you do, who you are, superstar, nobody, a name, a sports player, music, people are people. And that's just, that's just a fact of the matter. Everybody has emotions. Everybody goes through things, but I don't know. I just don't get it. So I'm with you. I don't mind the song, but I don't necessarily feel like I'm into this last track.
Fair enough. Well, listen, we got through the whole album, and it didn't sound like you particularly enjoyed it. So we don't really ever have to listen to this album again if we don't want to.
Like I said, I think that it's funny, like you say that, but as a body of work, if you put this up against others of its kind in the year 2023, or even of the last 5 years, I'm not going to say that I don't think this is something I'd listen to over that other stuff. Like, would I listen to this album over Taylor Swift? Yes, I would. I find nothing redeeming about Taylor Swift. And I know people love her music, and she's a super talented musician, but I am not into that at all. And I would listen to this over that. I would. I think she has just that slight edge. But would I listen to this over some of the other stuff that I'm really into? Nah, I don't think so. This kind of sits somewhere on the side, or maybe there'll be a time where I just kind of feel like listening to something a little bit different, and I'll pop it on. If my daughter wants to listen to it, I'll pop it on. Why not, right? We'll listen to it together. But for me, sitting there, if I just want to turn on Pretty Isn't Pretty or Get Him Back, I probably wouldn't want to turn it on. So you probably wouldn't see me do that.
Yeah, I don't think that I would listen to this or Taylor Swift for my own pleasure. If I'm choosing the music, when my daughter listens to Taylor Swift, I do not mind. I consider myself a minor Swiftie. I always thought that she was really talented. I don't dislike any of her stuff. I think she's really good. I wasn't so into some of the folky stuff, the folklore, and the last album that much. I like more of the poppy stuff, but I think Olivia Rodrigo is fine. But it's not something that I'm going to play for myself in my car. But I'd be fine listening to, half of these songs again.
I would be interested to see how she kind of continues to evolve
I agree.
as an artist. I think she's going to get more and more different as things move forward.
Dude, she's 20. She's 20. That's quite young for a very successful pop artist.
When she's my age, I will be a very, very old man.
We don't need to do the math on that. That's okay.
Well, I didn't do the math, but I'm just saying that as a fact. So Avril Lavigne is 40 years old, right? Or she's over 40, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. How old is Avril? Let's see. Avril.
She's 40. She's
39.
Oh, she's not 40 yet? Okay.
Her and Jimmy Fallon, same year.
Sorry, Avril. Not that it's bad to be 40.
But I mean, Avril Lavigne committed suicide a long time ago. That's a body double.
That's not the kid. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. We already did that, and we're not doing it again.
So what are we doing instead?
Instead of that, we're going to do the next segment, and that's called Rankin' It. Wingman Steve. This is a great segment. I think everybody out there would agree that it is their favorite segment of all time, of anything they've ever watched or listened to. And today we have a tall task indeed, my friend. A tall task indeed. We have to find our favorite top 3 tracks on the album Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. I challenge you to go first.
Challenge accepted, as Barney Stinson would say. I'll even give an honorable mention because I had 4. I'm going to give an honorable mention because I wanted to include one ballad. So I'll give the honorable mention to Making the Bed, which was kind of close to 3 and 2, but I'm sorry. I wasn't sure what to give 3 to, but I think I'm going to go with Bad Idea Right. And number 2, I'm going to go with The Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. And number 1's Get 'Em Back, because I've heard it a million times, and I really think that's a good song. So
you should see the bed that she's making on my Spotify loop. It looks like it's probably like the size of a room. It's that big of a bed.
It's like a $50,000 bed.
It looks great, but yeah, that's
Egyptian
not a normal
cotton sheets. Not
a normal person bed at all. But that's okay. She lives a tough life and has a teenage dream, right?
There you go.
Anyway,
what do you got?
I'm just kidding. So this was a little bit more challenging for me. I
know 2 of 3.
I think you do. All right. So let me.
I don't know what the third's going to be because I think you only like 2 tracks.
Let me get my thoughts here. I'm looking at my sheet. So number 3. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I couldn't see the numbers. It was all just kind of jumbled together. Pretty Isn't Pretty is my number 3 track. I put it on there because of the music, because it seemed to transcend whatever it is she's trying to say in the song. I dug it. Maybe if they just have an instrumental track, I would be more into this one. But it definitely was the top 3 for me. Number 2 was, and you're not going to guess this, but it was just Vampire. It was Vampire. I went with the Chalk because I thought the song sounded pretty good. So I'm okay with that. And number 1, could you have a guess?
Love Is Embarrassing.
Certainly is. It's the synth. The synth gets me every time. When done right, it becomes a favorite of Chris 183. No matter what, I'm choked up. I can't even talk. But yes, Chris 183 loves the synth. This song has it. Even though this could be a Taylor Swift song, if you squinted hard enough, I think the throwback sound was enough to kind of catapult this song to the top of my list. In Rankin' It, Steve, we did it. We were able to come up with our top 3 songs.
That's right, and including my honorable mention, 7 different songs out of 12. So one might say that that's a good album.
One might say that. You are a maniac for coming up with an honorable mention. I don't know how you did it.
I did it. I like those like pop punky ones. All 3 of mine were those pop punky ones. 2 or 3 of yours were the synthy ones. And I listed 1 ballad and you listed one ballad. So it is what it is. People like this.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Like
so I want to give a little bit more energy here because I feel like I don't want to come off like I didn't enjoy this exercise. This actually was a lot of fun to be able to. I always enjoy when we get the opportunity to listen to something that we don't normally listen to. So the fact that I was able to pick this album up and listen to it in depth, deep dive, give opinions, I love that. So hopefully you guys out there love that too, because we don't do this all the time on High School Never Ends. But when we do, I feel like these are some of the strongest opinions. Don't you think? Like it definitely comes out.
Nobody knows how we're going to react because we don't know how we're going to react.
Yeah. That's for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. This was Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, part of our mini-series 2023, A Look Back. I've enjoyed my time so far. Steve, hopefully there's more to come. I don't want to spoil anything, so maybe we'll just kind of keep that under wraps for right now.
Well,
let's keep it under wraps.
There's one more. There's one more.
I wanted to keep it under wraps. I want to keep people guessing.
There's probably one more.
You want to promote? Okay, fine. One more. We're not going to say what it is. I'm not going to say it. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. For all you guys that enjoyed this show, though, we definitely want to hear from you on this episode. Let us know what you thought. Maybe you shared our opinions. Maybe you didn't. Which song did you like? Which songs didn't you like? Did you enjoy my opinion? Or did you agree with Steve about a song being pretty good, okay, and just fine, or something like that? Let us know, right? And the best way to do that is use the socials, right? That's how people communicate in 2023. That's how Olivia Rodrigo communicates to anybody and anybody. That's how she accidentally followed her ex-boyfriend, is through the socials. So
follow
find
us on purpose.
Yeah. Maybe she'll accidentally follow us, you know? You never know.
That'd be cool. We'll tag her in this episode.
Yeah, let's tag her. Let's see what happens. But guys, follow us if you're not already. Leave us a review. But if you need to know where to find us, where to find all these socials, because I'm not going to rattle them off right now, simply go to our hub. That's www.hsnepod.com, right? www.hsnepod.com. I just said it twice. In case you missed it, check that out because that's where all of our socials are linked. You could go there, leave us a review, let us know what you think. And there's more, Steve. There's more that you can find linked at our hub. Talk about that.
Indeed. So you can find our shop, so you can buy a hoodie or a t-shirt or a mug. Definitely support the show, support the Dragon Wagon Radio Network, and buy some swag at hsnepod.com. And again, if you like this episode, give us a review. You can give us 5 stars on Spotify. You can give us 5 stars on Apple, and you can write written reviews or say what you liked about the episode on both of those. We encourage that very much because it makes us feel good, and it also helps with the algorithms and the things like that. So we're going to be back next week. We have one more 2023 look back, but we're not telling you what it is. Until then, keep on rocking your dad bods, throw up your rock hands, and blast the pop punk.
Internet! I'm Coy Jandro, a Bostonian who loves pop culture, comic books, and people. And I host Coycast. It's a podcast about all those things. If it fits in on a con floor, we talk about it on Coycast. Myself and producer Jake do previews, reviews, deep dives, and tinfoil hat theories about everything from movies, TV, and the comic books themselves. I also like to dish out comic recommendations from my 100-plus pull list a week so you know what's best to buy. So join us, True Believer, on Coycast.com or wherever you're listening to this podcast right now.
Dragon